Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Dirt Slingers Monday Night Thunder 360 Wing Sprint Car Series, round number 11. The dirt track at Charlotte, the Racer Supply 30 tonight here. Getting close to closing out season number 16 for these guys. You got 20 to 21 drivers checked in here. 20 of them right now. One more driver. They'll split it up into 3 heat races. Gonna say heck of a show. Looks like right now everybody going to the feature unless they suddenly get an influx of drivers. Joining me tonight in the booth as I am replacing Dominic Santina as he is indisposed for the evening. Mr. Zach Krieger, always here on Mondays. Zach, how you doing, buddy?
I am good. How are you doing tonight, Roger?
I have been worse. I will admit that. I have been better, but I have been worse. Ready to see these guys kick it off. Been a long time since I've been in the booth under one of my own league races, so this will be kind of interesting.
Well, definitely it is going to be an interesting night. Round 11 here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte. Only 2 more rounds, counting this one, in the season to go. Your point standings, Alex Yurzinski has a 12-point advantage over Michael Sheridan. Both drivers checking in tonight from on the server. Right now, it seems to be Yurzinski having the faster time. That's because Michael Sheridan has not put in a time, but it's definitely going to be a great race tonight here from Charlotte.
Yeah, Eric Wilkie's a little ways back there. One drop week. These guys will lose 1 round. If they have all 12 in, they'll get 11. If they have 11, they will get 10. But they have to score a minimum of 10 rounds in their season to be eligible for the title. And it is a 2-car race right now, so we will see how those guys wrap it up. About 6 points per position, but they get heat points for their finishing position in heat. So if the 2 drivers aren't in the same heat, they could score different points, and it could really become an interesting deal for them. But they're going to have an abbreviated session here for warm-up, and then they're going to go straight to heat racing. No qualifying for these drivers. And we have just split to 3 heat races. So the top 2 from each once again, the top 2 from each heat race will be transferring it to the pole dash.
I think you are right that it should be top 2 drivers from each heat race moving on to our pole dash, and 4 going through to the feature.
Yep. Top 4. Yes, you're right. The top 4 and the top 2. And we got to keep track of that.
Definitely. It's definitely going to be an interesting round. A lot of names that kind of are newer, but a lot of names that we haven't seen in a while. Some regulars here, still here, of course. Of course, we got guys like you said, Eric Wilkie, Alex Yurzinski, Alex Strodinger, I'm seeing, Jake Schmutz, Larry Moody is another name that sticks out, Michael Sheridan, of course. So a lot of fast guys, but some newer guys. And one thing that I noticed right away, jumping in, is 3 new guys from Wisconsin all check in Lauren Kelly, Tyler Tischendorf, and Kyle Schuett. Actually, I think Kyle's from Illinois, but all guys that I recognize from either MSA 360s or IRA bumper-to-bumper 410s here in Wisconsin real-life racing. So definitely some fast guys to keep an eye out for tonight.
Yeah, going to be interesting. A lot of new faces showing up in here. As they're going to get ready to advance this thing, we're going to go racing here. We will not have time for covering the pre-race ceremonies as these guys all ready to advance. 22 drivers now checked in. Had that little bit of an influx, so we will have 3 heats. We will take 2 drivers from each, move them to our pole dash. And we are trying to help race control with that, so if there's pauses, guys, please forgive us. Be sure to let us know where you're watching from tonight, who your favorite driver is. Let's get ready to run down here and go through our Tim Sim starting lineup for heat race number 1 on the pole. The Wilkie's Auto Service Handmade Motorsports Sim Team number 13 from Genesee, Wisconsin, Eric Wilkie, and on his outside in the 22 machine, Kyle Schuett. A row 2 on the inside, the 77 of Lauren Kelly, and on his outside in a 110 machine from Albany, New York, it's the Cadillac man, Kevin Hanley. Your third row on the inside. The Team SKD, King's Color and Chrome, number 118 from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Tiny Dancer, Scott King, and on his outside in the 129 machine going to be Cooper Wise. And your fourth and a final row this evening on the inside, the K1 Race Gears BAPS M&M Brent Mark Sim Racing Team, number 27 from Ontario, Ohio, Kevin Click. And sitting to his outside in that 59 car will be Casey Gus.
A lot of fast guys here in this heat, of course. Have to keep an eye out for that car. First place on the grid right now, Eric Wilkie. One of the cool stats that I have kept looking at, Eric Wilkie currently sits third place in the championship standings. I think mathematically he is still in the running for a championship, but Eric is the only driver in the top 10, I want to say, for points. I don't know, top 5 for points, who does not have a feature win. So Wilkie is still trying to track down that main show win. Of course, Eric, talking to him, he's only 1, 2, 3 features here at DSRL, so he's going to be trying to push hard to get that one tonight. A really good opportunity for him starting on the pole.
Yep, 10 laps, top 4 automatically go into the A main. I think with 22 or 23 cars, we have a 22 car feature. I have to look and see. I think we ended up with 23, so one driver will be eliminated for the evening, and we wish we could change that manually, but they don't allow for it. So these guys are going to get ready to go green out of 4 right here. Pace truck is in the infield. Watch them come down. They will start right dead center of the corner. If they've got the start line ready to go for them and they've pointed it out, should be about right there. Green flag in the air. Heat race number 1 underway.
Great start for Eric Wilkie. He got a good launch. Around the outside goes Kevin Hanley. He's going to try to push up to that second spot. That top side seeming to be strong for Hanley this time by. He's going to try to power by the outside of Kyle Schuett. Looks like he gets it done here at the end of lap 1. Wilkie and Hanley, your top 2. Scott King moving up quickly in the 4th spot. He's looking to get past Kyle Schuett for third. Third place starter Lauren Kelly falling back a little ways. Wilkie is still out here in the lead 3 laps in. He started moving and has not stopped. Evan Hanley finds himself in that second spot. I think Scott King got past Schuett for that 3rd place spot. And Schuett currently holds down the spot for 4th, the final transfer spot. But Kevin Click right on his back. He's going to try to get some here coming to the end of lap 4.
4 down, 6 to go. Click with the slider. Not quite enough room there. He lost his momentum coming through too. Schuett back around him. Takes over 4th place again. Wilkie out in front here. About 3/4 of a second. Hanley trying to run him down. I just think they're going to run out of laps. Scott King, Kyle Schuett, and Kevin Click. They're back at it. Here comes Click. Another slider into 3 and 4. This time, I think it's stuck. They're going to go at it in 1 and 2. We're going to keep the camera right here on these guys. Schuett was going to slide. Thought better of it. Cut the car down. That opens the door. Click's got the final transfer spot. Schuett, Gus Kelly, and Weiss back here. Nobody really has a giant advantage except for Wilkie out in front. And that's just because he got a great start and these other guys had to work through traffic, I think. We're coming down to the 2 to go mark, and it is all Wilkie in Heat 1.
Eric Wilkie doing a really good job. He's been on both lines, it seems, for this heat. He's been really able to keep it going, running that top middle line. White flag is out here for the 13 car. Kevin Hanley trying to get to the back of Wilkie. He's closed up that gap just a little bit, but it's not going to be enough. Kyle Schuett going to mount one last charge here on Scott King, trying to get that last transfer spot. Oh, Schuett got it. What a finish for that.
Wilkie wins it. Hanley second, Kevin Click in third, and Kyle Schuett ekes by 4 1/1000ths of a second. So King, Gus Kelly, and Weiss will have to go through our B main this evening. So 1 down, 2 to go. I got to put these guys in here real quick. Had to make sure that the guys got listed in the pole dash correctly. And we'll get to our Tim Sims starting lineup for heat race number 2. On the pole, the Force and Wege I-55 lures UDSRA number 73 out of St. Louis, Missouri, Larry Moody. And on his outside, in the UDTV 19 Designs Tim Sims Black Diamond Motorsports number 36. He's out of Sellersburg, Indiana, the lawnmower man, Nathan Davis. Your second row inside the 23 of Alex Straczynski, and on your outside of that row, second in the points currently, got the two leaders in points side by side in heat number 2. Straczynski on the inside, Michael Sheridan in the Vaps Auto Supply Wicked Cushion Brent Mark Sim Racing Team number 15 car out of Farmington, Minnesota. He'll start outside row number 2. Your third row, Tyler Tischendorf in the 26 on the inside. The JZI Racing Photography number 24 from Fremont, Ohio, Alex Stoutinger will start on his outside. And in the back row by himself, the Stacy's, BSB, Jerry's, MRV number 1 from Junction City, Kansas, Jacob Schmutz.
Again, a lot of fast guys here in heat number 2, and exactly what Roger pointed out, the top 2 in points starting on the second row side by side. Now, we both know Alex Straczynski and Michael Sheridan, very clean racers, but do you think there could potentially be some contact between them when it comes down to it, Roger?
Seriously doubt it. A couple of classy guys, they just want to get through this. They want to race for the points. They don't want to rough each other up. They don't want to beat and bang on one another. I promise you, this is going to be a very clean race here, especially between those two guys, because one doesn't want to affect the other. They want to do it honest. And that's kind of what's expected in this series. Respect, respect, respect. And we know it's give plus take equals respect. Respect is never given, it's earned.
And that is the glory of the DSRL, is that everybody has massive respect for each other, so definitely makes it a lot more fun racing. Heat number 2 gets underway. Green flag is out here. Moody gets a great start. He's going to be challenged on the bottom by Straczynski. Straczynski going to move up to that third spot. Sheridan on his outside, going to pull right back past him. Battle for the 4th spot here. Battle for the final transfer spot here. Alex Straczynski and Alex Schrodinger are going to go at it. Schrodinger on the top side. Straczynski on the bottom side gets passed by Schrodinger. Schrodinger up that 4th spot. We got a 3-way battle for the lead here. Sheridan, Moody, and one other car, Nathan Davis, all fighting up here. Some slide jobs being thrown here in 1 and 2. We're being thrown. We have end of lap 3 now. Some big fighting here between the top. Oh, Schrodinger and Straczynski get together, and Alex Straczynski goes for a spin.
Yep, saw that kind of developing there out of turn number 2. These guys were really close, and a right front to a left rear close, and they bumped right on the exit. And once you upset, oh yeah, a little bit of a move there. Stoutinger got a little sideways. Straczynski kind of got in there and got the right front touching that left rear. Once you do open wheel cars where the wheels are touching, yeah, it ain't pretty, and only bad things can happen.
Definitely, it just seems a bad situation for those guys getting together. Gonna have pacing going on here now, though. Sheridan's done a great job getting himself up into that 2nd spot, starting 4th place. I think that top side really seemed to be strong after that, but some very good racing so far in this heat. We should be going 1 to green next time by, if I am not mistaken, but
I think you're good there. It's going to be Moody, Sheridan, Davis, Stoutinger, Tischendorf, Schmutz, and Straczynski in that order. And I can tell you that with Sheridan that close to Moody now on a restart and 6 laps remaining, he could pick up 10 points for winning a heat race right here, while Alex Straczynski is all the way at the back, and he's got a pretty damaged race car, nose cone, front wing, and I don't know if there's any suspension damage or not. But a 7th place finish only nets you 3 points. So that could be a big swing. And you're talking about a 12-point gap between the two. A lot of it could get settled right here in this heat race.
Every little bit matters. Moody, Sheridan, your top 2 as we go back. Green, Nathan Davis, and Alex Schrodinger, starting in that 4th spot. Schrodinger going to be challenged here on the bottom by the 26th, Tyler Tischendorf. Tischendorf looking to the bottom side. 3 wide there between. Oh, Tischendorf's going to get hit and go around. Keeps it well going. Nathan Davis going to move up in that 3rd spot. He has been challenged by Schrodinger in the corner. Doesn't look like he's able to get fight here for the lead now. Larry Moody is being pressured here by Michael Sheridan. It's going to be interesting to see what Sheridan will do here. We're going to have 3 laps to go at the line.
Yeah, these two have broken away from the rest of the pack, going to try to settle it amongst themselves. Larry Moody Had his struggles all season long. Now up here in this heat race number 2 tonight, showing a little bit of muscle. He's going to come around C2 to go, but Sheridan is creeping in a car length every single lap. And one mistake out of that 73 machine, the 15 will streak right on by, and I think he's just setting him up. Maybe go for that last lap, last corner slider. He doesn't do it in 1 and 2. He's only got one more shot at it. If he's going to get it, he's going to have to get it right here. He goes to the bottom side. Slide job coming through 3 and 4. Moody able to hold him off. So Larry Moody wins it. Sheridan Davis and Stouting are your top 4.
Great finish there at the end of heat number 2. We move on to heat number 3 in just a second.
All right, so third and final heat race. Let's see if we can get in here and get into the Tim Sims starting lineup. On the pole, the Wide Open Motorsports number 42 from West Lafayette, Indiana, Tyler Wilson. And on his outside, the CSI Hopstock Guzzlers number 92 out of Hopstock, Indiana, Peyton Grease. Your second row inside, the UDTV Black Diamond Motorsports number 10 from Warrensburg, Missouri, of Ryan Scheidt. And on the outside, the Zero Machine of John Fall. The third row inside, the Hill Manufacturing Grant Garage BGI Simsport number 13. He's out of Owasso, Oklahoma, Cody Kelly. And on his outside in the 515, going to be JP Scheiderer. And your final row on the inside in the Bill Russell Ford number 96 from Starkville, Mississippi, Matt Dixon. The drivers from just about everywhere here in the Midwest. Got a couple, from up in PA. Good mix of styles, good mix of locations.
You know, it'd be interesting to see what states or what region is represented most here in DSRL on regular. Honestly, I gotta say it. I think it'd be the Wisconsin area. I can pick out at least
Ohio
a handful,
and Pennsylvania.
even more. Is it?
Ohio and Pennsylvania.
Huh, interesting. Well,
Yeah.
exactly to your
On
point,
average,
a
we
lot of guys
have
here.
more from those two states than really any two states combined. So
That's actually really cool. But exactly like Roger said, a lot of guys deciding to run here with us, and it's awesome to have this group of guys. Green flag comes out here at the final heat of the night. Great start there by your pole sitter, Tyler Wilson. He's going to move out to the front, going to try to get away from the challenge. Meanwhile, a little bit further back, fight here for the second place spot, Ryan Scheidt. Scheidt even looking to the bottom, can't get it done. Peyton Grease going to eat him up on exit and try to get past him. John Fall right behind them, going to try and keep that 4th spot, maybe even move it up just a little bit, but he's got to keep an eye out for Cody Kelly. Kelly, of course, a very good competitor here in the league, looking to get that direct transfer spot here away, but he's going to be challenged here on the bottom.
yeah, Dixon's going to throw it in there pretty deep, but Kelly has made a couple of there's kind of a standard Cody Kelly deal. He's going to get bumped. He'll take it to the infield. He'll come back and he'll go into the B main. That's kind of what has been happening all season long to Cody Kelly. He's in a spot, he gets bumped out of the way, or he takes the car and puts it in the pole dash. And tonight looks like maybe the Bear are going to try to get him. We'll see what he does coming out of that B main. Ryan Scheidt all over the place in turns 1 and 2 up against that outside. Jumped the cushion, wrestled the car back down the hill. He throws the slider in 3 and 4. New leader, heat number 3. Ryan Scheidt at the line that time, but here comes Wilson back. And Wilson tried to throw the slider in 1 and 2, and that did not stick. He may get a challenge from Peyton Grease, as Grease has put his hat in this 3-way battle. 3 laps to go. Scheidt, Wilson, Grease, John Paul sitting in the final transfer spot, but Mac Dixon is all over the push bar on the back of the 0 car, and he's got about 2 laps to get around him and take a transfer spot away.
There's a little contact between your 2nd place and 3rd place drivers, Tyler Wilson and Peyton Grease. Grease trying to go a little bit above Tyler Wilson, and small gap there, and Grease was not able to. White flag here, it is out. Scheidt did really to get the sliders done on Tyler Wilson, was just very, very dominant and strong, and It has looked good for him tonight. Ryan Scheidt takes the win in heat number 2. Tyler Wilson, Peyton Grease, and John Fall will join him in.
I think Matt Dixon. Matt Dixon got that.
It looks like we should move up to the pole dash here.
Yeah, race control grabbing the pole dash. It's going to be 6 laps. What we'll see here in the lineup, we're going to see Kevin Hanley on the pole. Ryan Scheidt will start on his outside. Then Larry Moody, Eric Wilkie in row 2, Michael Sheridan, and Wilson. Tyler Wilson in row 3. How they finish here is how they will start in our feature tonight.
So a great pole dash here for you in just a second. A lot of big guys here. We're going to see some fast drivers indeed.
Yep, looking for Kevin Hanley and company to get to this front row here. I don't think they're going to go green this time, but I think they'll go green maybe the next time. Maybe not. Maybe they're going to get everybody lined up and get them tight here. Oh, next time around, waving off the start. Going to get next time. Only 6 laps, but these guys will start in the A main. How they finish right here in this pole dash. And the first 2 laps of that A main they will use to rearrange that front 3 rows, get everybody squared away, show where the start line is going to be, and then cut these guys loose for 30 green flag laps. Should happen pretty quick, as they are about to go green. Pole dash underway. Hanley wasted no time jumping straight to the front. Scheidt slides in behind, Wilkie behind that, then Larry Moody trying to hang on to 4th in front of Michael Sheridan. Tyler Wilson in the 6th spot at the end of lap number 1.
Great start. Eric Wilkie looking to get to that 2nd spot. A front row start would be great for that 13 car. Wilkie trying to work here on the 2nd place car, Ryan Scheidt. They are really close now. Unfortunately, not a big enough gap between Scheidt and Hanley for Wilkie to throw a slide job, it looks like, and that's going to force Wilkie to fall back a little bit. He's going to fall right into the grasp of Larry Moody right now. Is Moody going to look to the bottom? Sheridan going to try to pounce on him and try to go to the top. Moody closes the door with a loud slam and allows Sheridan to have to pull to the bottom and try to work past him this time by.
Well, 2 laps to go that time. Going to get the white flag this time around. Flagman has it in his hand, displays it over the field. Still Hanley, then Scheidt, then Wilkie. Now Sheridan got around Moody into 4th. Final time out of 3 and 4. Pole dash coming to a close. Checkered flag in the air. Hanley. Then Scheidt. Then Sheridan.
So we are going to get
then Moody. Then Wilkie and Wilson.
Yep.
All right, so they're going to give the guys a minute or 2 of a warm-up. We got a couple of bills we got to pay, so we are going to throw a couple commercials up. When we come back, it'll be race time. All right, coming back just in time for the lineup for our 30-lap A main. We know that it will be Kevin Henley and Ryan Scheidt in row number 1, then Michael Sheridan and Larry Moody in row 2, Eric Wilkie and Tyler Wilson in row 3. Row 4, you'll see Kevin Click next to Nathan Davis, Peyton Grease and Kyle Schuett in row number 5. Row 6, Alex Stoudinger and Matt Dixon. Your 7th row, Tiny Dancer Scott King inside of Jacob Schmutz. The row of 8, this 15th and 16th starters, John Fall and Casey Gus. Row number 9 is Alex Rzazinski and JP Scheiderer. Your 10th row, Lauren Kelly and Tyler Tischendorf. Cody Kelly and Cooper Wise in row number 11. And that'll round out your starting lineup. We'll watch the guys go by here. Yeah, a couple of late rollers there trying to get moving. Couple of pace laps. They'll get the green flag, but they will stay at pace speed. We will rearrange the front of this thing. They'll come around. Race control will point out where the starting line is, and when they come around to complete lap number 2, they will go green for 30 green flag laps at that point. And this track can be very racy. This track can be very dangerous. They have moved the bumps now a little bit. They're not nearly as bad down the back stretch as they once were, but that big one going into turn 3 and coming out of turn 4 really are kind of evil. And as this track starts to get slicker and slicker, those 2 bumps are going to become more and more of a factor in this thing, and we're going to see cars bounce. If you're too close to the fence, you go into 3 and you go over that bump, you're going to put the right rear probably into the fence. And if you're not set up straight and coming out of 4 pretty good, your car may jump hard left on you coming out of turn 4.
Green flag, green flag.
To say big bumps, we definitely saw a lot of that if you were watching last night's Dirt Racing Network coverage of the Hills Corner Speedway Sim Racing League. Some big bump last night out at Fairbury, but definitely going to be an interesting feature to say the least for the ones that may not have heard it. Michael Sheridan, your 2nd place driver in the standings, starting 5th place. Alex Rzazinski, a bad heat race for him. He starts all the way back in 17th, so not a great starting spot for either driver, but that is just how the cards fall. Actually, my mistake, good starting spot for Sheridan. He starts 3rd. But ladies and gentlemen, with the 1 to go signal in the air, we want to thank you for joining us here tonight with the DSRL and Dirt Racing Network at Charlotte, because 30 last laps are coming at you in just a second, because here at Charlotte, it's showtime! Green flag is out. Hanley, a great start. He's going to pull right away. Sheridan going to look to the bottom side. Sheridan slides up, does not get the spot. That's going to be the number 10 of Ryan Scheidt, keeping position in 2nd. Sheridan challenging on that bottom side. Wilkie going to move right past Sheridan out top side. Eric Wilkie moving now up to the 3rd place spot. Wilkie trying to get another good finish. Some contact further back in the pack. We stay green.
It looks like Sheridan is going to keep that 15-car trap down in the bottom. I think the guys are just running a good line above him, not letting him get there. He has fallen back through this field like a rock. He's already back to 6th as the lawnmower man Davis slides by him into 5th. Davis going after Tyler Wilson. Battle at the front. Hanley and Scheidt side by side in 1 and 2. Hanley with the advantage on the top side. He'll keep the lead. Caution. Behind us is Lauren Kelly part of this. No, Tischendorf. Casey Gus. Casey Gus may be part of this. I saw a car rolling over, and I am going to say this may be bad for the 23 machine right here. Rzazinski, little contact getting in the corner, and then he gets hammered. Now he's going to end up backwards, and that car just rolls up and over. I think the suspension was broke. We'll see if he is able to continue. If he's not able to continue, that's going to have serious implications in our points. As you can see how much damage is on the 23 car as he is in the infield. Front end is gone. I think the suspension was damaged. Just bad luck in his heat race really put him behind the 8 ball in this deal. As you see Casey Gus in the infield as well. So couple of laps, maybe 4 into this thing, and your points leader on the hook in the infield. And we'll take a quick look at our top 10. It's Hanley, Scheidt, Wilkie, Wilson, Davis, Sheridan, Click, Stoudinger, Dixon, and Moody. But serious implications if Sheridan can do anything in this with Shazinski in the infield. That's not going to bode well for the points title.
Definitely, and I think the angle now for Michael Sheridan, knowing that Shazinski is on the infield, is going to go laps down unless he can get out pretty much this time. I think the goal for Sheridan is just going to be survive. He's going to try to keep clean and get as far up as he can, but he's not going to need to be racing as hard as possible. He knows he's probably going to get the point standings after tonight. Kevin Hanley brings them back to green. He gets another great restart. Wilkie on the bottom going to try and challenge Ryan Scheidt, trying to get that spot away. Can't get it done. Wilkie going to pull right back behind Scheidt. Wilkie back to the bottom. Sees what he can grab. Isn't anything. And he's going to fall into the grasps of that 42 behind him of Tyler Wilson. Now, fight here for the third place spot, the final podium spot. Wilson up high, Wilkie down low. We got a challenge for our lead here. Ryan Scheidt throws it down on the bottom, challenging Kevin Hanley here. It doesn't look like he's got anything quite yet for Hanley. This track just starting to change, and it's going to prove great racing. Oh, contact a little further back in the pack.
Yeah, I think that was Peyton Grease and Matt Dixon maybe that made contact back here. Dixon's into the fence and two clicked. Threads the needle between both of those yellow and black cars. He is going to take over fifth right there out of turn 4. And they are still 3 wide for that fifth spot. Now Dixon puts it up on the high line. Click going to try to cut in again. Stoudinger bounced off the fence, bounced into Tyler Wilson right there. A lot of bumping and grinding. This track's starting to show that it can get rough, it can get tough, and it can make you work for it. We got a battle for the lead. Scheidt has it now away from Hanley, as we are going to complete lap number 12.
Further back contact, but there were some slide jobs thrown for the lead as the caution comes out. I saw a big conundrum in turn 3 there.
We're going to try to get over here where we can see this. It's right in this group right here. Stoudinger, Click, Grease, Dixon. Oh, looked like Dixon. Peyton Grease got a little out of shape. Kevin Click got in the back of him. That collected several cars. Yeah, that usually doesn't work out well for guys. Stoudinger had a little piece of that. So we will definitely have to let race control sort out what is going to happen here. But tough going for a couple of these guys for sure.
Definitely, it's going to be a little interesting for these guys. Before that caution to come out, I had counted about 3 or 4 slide jobs between Kevin Hanley and Ryan Scheidt fighting for that lead. So both of those two guys having an intense battle to get that spot.
Yeah, 3 of those.
Expect to see. Go ahead.
3 of those cars that got wrecked, and they were all inside the top 10, and that shaked things up quite a bit now because it's going to be Hanley, Wilkie, Sheridan, Dixon. It's showing Dixon in there. He's falling back. Hanley, Wilkie, Sheridan. She'll still line. Oh, Dixon is still up there. He's in 5th, and then Stoudinger, Wilson, Schuett, and Moody in behind that. So 3 of those cars were actually into the top 10 that got wrecked as we go back to racing action on lap number 13.
Boy, it got really close there between Kevin Hanley and Eric Wilkie on that restart. Wilkie slides behind. Oh, Hanley and Sheridan get together in a big pile up again. I saw Scott King involved in that and a few other cars there.
Yeah, we're going back right to the restart, and Wilkie really got aggressive, got down in there. Good, clean pass. And now Hanley, got right in front of Sheridan. Sheridan with a tiny tap. Hanley was able to hang on. The big wreck happens behind that. And I don't know if it was because of this or if it was just a product of something else. But Moody right in the middle of it. And we're going to watch those guys as we're going to have a few seconds here where they clean this mess up. Down the corner. Oh, car come down from the top a little bit. Got into his right side. He couldn't see it over the wing right there. Or out from under the wing. And it was the 9 car. As one of the newer drivers here. And I want to say maybe that was Cooper Wise. No, it wasn't Wise. I'm not sure which car that was, but I know it had a 9 on the side of it, and we'll have to figure out who's driving. Was it Schuett? Was it Schuett's car? Okay.
Schuett is in the pit lane.
Yeah, that might have been
that.
who it was. That might have been who it was. It might have been a different number than I was thinking. I thought I saw a 9 on the side of it, but it could have been somebody else. But a bunch of cars now into the pit lane, and wow, just carnage as we are starting to see a war of attrition here. We're ready to go back to green already.
Just a quick thing, Kevin Hanley safe after that restart as Eric Wilkie was clear and passed him. Wilkie gonna go to the bottom once again and try to get that spot from Kevin Hanley. Gonna pull right alongside him. Hanley gets a better run though out of turn 2. Still the fight here for second to the main one on track. Eric Wilkie on that bottom side. Big Wilkie had it done there at the line, just got it away from Kevin Hanley. We're still going to see a fight here. 3-car battle for the lead at one point. Oh, Kevin Hanley slid up and blocked off Michael Sheridan. 3 wide for third place now. This 96, that is Matt Dickinson. They are throwing, Matt Dixon. He is throwing it around, trying to see what he can get. Michael Sheridan up into that third spot. He's challenging Eric Wilkie for that second spot. And even through corner, it looks like he's challenging the 10 of Ryan Scheidt for the lead as well.
That's right. Those two, Wilkie and Sheridan, were reeling in. And I don't know who that was that was parked down there, but Sheridan and Wilkie were reeling in Scheidt. And Sheridan was getting the better of that off the top side. Let's take a peek. I don't know who that was sitting. Was it JP?
Yep.
Yep, it sure was. He's already upside down when we get to him here. Let's go back a little further. Kind of in the middle of this, that 15 car right there. Beside Kelly, he's got Peyton Grease on the inside. He and Grease with a little contact. Oh, he found the outside wall. Just wasn't room on the bottom, and he moved down a little bit, touched tires, and that rollover not going to endear itself to you staying on the track for very long.
Definitely. So unfortunately for him, that's going to put him back into the pits for JP. Lights are off on the pace truck this time as well, it looks like. So we are going to see the pace truck. Oh, nope, he stays out.
He stays out for one more lap. Yeah, that'll give us a chance to go through the top 10. Ryan Scheidt, Michael Sheridan, Eric Wilkie, Kevin Hanley, Matt Dixon in the top 5. Then Tyler Wilson, Alex Stoudinger, Tyler Tischendorf, Jacob Schmutz, and Scott King, Old Tiny Dancer, cracking into the top 10. Looks like we still got about 16 cars on track. Everybody's still on the lead lap. Would like to see the last 14 laps of this thing, as we were right past halfway. Run off onto green, see if maybe these leaders can catch some lap traffic and bring that as a factor into how this is going to go. But if Sheridan keeps ripping the lip like he has been, Scheidt's a sitting duck.
Definitely on this restart, very strong restart men behind him, Michael Sheridan and Eric Wilkie. Wilkie holding it a little further back, had a little risky there dropping back that far, but Wilkie gives it back on the loud pedal. Scheidt, a great restart. He's going to pull away from Sheridan and Wilkie. Wilkie going to look to the bottom, seeing what he can get from Michael Sheridan there. Nothing out of turn 2. Scheidt on that top side, ripping just that lip, trying to get away. But he's got Michael Sheridan right in his mirror. Michael Sheridan now right on the backside of Ryan Scheidt, seeing what he can get. Scheidt gets that car a little better rotated through the entry of the corner. And I think that's what's mainly keeping him in this time. Wilkie looking very strong on that bottom though. He's pulling right up alongside. Big wheel stand there out of Michael Sheridan. It is difficult to get those 360s up, but he did. Eric Wilkie makes the move through second place. Wilkie looking for a chance at the lead. Can't get it this time by Sheridan, and Wilkie still going at it here.
Side by side in either lane having an advantage. Right now, Michael Sheridan trying to fend off Eric Wilkie so he can make another run at Ryan Scheidt. Inside 10 to go here. Going to be down to 9 this time by Matt Dixon's in that 4th spot, and Alex Stoudinger has worked his way up to 5th. Then it's Wilson, Hanley, Schmutz, Wise, and Peyton Grease inside the top 10. You can see 10th place in turn 2. Your leader, going into turn 3 right in the middle now as Michael Sheridan's starting to reel him back in. It's a matter of time. Here comes the slider, throws it deep and late. Scheidt had to check a little bit just to avoid running in the back. That may make things a whole lot closer as they get ready to do this again down here. This time it may be able to be Sheridan with a big gap as he gets to the top quicker this time than he did the last time, and he might have more run down the backstretch. Ryan Scheidt just way too strong with the crossover. That number 10 car may be able to hang on and hold the 15 off. Oh, with that right there. We'll see where it was because I think Sheridan might have had the lead at the line. I'm not exactly sure where they're going to score this. That 15 car may have been in the lead when they come by the last time. Who was in that
Definitely,
wreck?
was
it Wise?
Close. I am unsure.
Yeah, he's back around on the backstretch. That's probably what brought our caution out. I can see the pace truck rolling out of the infield. So let's go back just a little bit further here. He's all by himself here. Well, maybe he's not. No, he was not. He got a little help there. He got just a little help.
Yep. It's going to be unfortunate for him.
So, Scheidt, Sheridan, Wilkie, Dixon, Stoudinger, Wilson, Hanley, Schmutz, Grease, and Cody Kelly now in the top 10. Then Tischendorf, Fall, King, Moody, and Lauren Kelly behind that.
6 laps to go at the line for these guys. Definitely going to be a intense one to say the very least from everybody. And 6 laps, not a lot of time to work with, but you never know what could happen. Scheidt gonna bring them down out of 4. Loud pedal to the floor for the 10 car. He gets a great restart. Sheridan gonna look right behind him. Keep an eye on that 3rd place car, that 96 of Matt Dixon. He is pulling right behind Eric Wilkie. Wilkie on the bottom. Does not have momentum on corner exit. There goes Sheridan for the lead. Slide job in turn 1. Doesn't get it done. And Eric Wilkie from nowhere pulls to the lead on the bottom side. The man from Genesee, Wisconsin almost has it at the line, but Sheridan gets it that time by fight for the lead. It is, contact, Scheidt into the wall and sideways. Caution on the raceway.
Yeah, that was a slider that wasn't going to clear, and the 54 car committed to that. And I think once he committed, he wasn't going to give it up. He went in there a long ways, tried to go 2 for 1, goes around Dixon. That just wasn't going to clear, and you got to know that's not going to clear right there. And he just put Scheidt right into the outside wall.
For your knowledge, at the line, the gap between Eric Wilkie and Michael Sheridan was 9/100ths of a second. Very close for these guys, and of course, because the caution came out just at the right moment, Sheridan gets the lead.
Yeah, 3-lap shootout here to finish this thing up.
And like we said, just a few laps to go here at Charlotte. Sheridan keeping a nice gap to the pace truck. Definitely a interesting strategy. Makes it go green a little bit earlier in the line than perhaps wanted by some of these guys, but it gives Sheridan some great opportunity to get to where he wants to start. Lights are off on the pace truck this time by. We are going green. Sheridan, Wilkie, and Dixon, your top 3. Some big fights about to commence here. Wilkie leaving a good gap to Sheridan. Sheridan closes it, slows down a little bit. Wilkie closes it up. Green flag back out here at Charlotte. 3 laps to go. Wilkie to the bottom, Sheridan on top. Wilkie does not have anything this time by. Top line doesn't seem to be super great this time by. Wilkie slides up, little contact between the 13 and the 15. Sheridan gets a good run away. Wilkie still protesting to that bottom side. Wilkie trying to catch up to Sheridan as much as he can, but Sheridan running that top side. White flag out here at Charlotte. Michael Sheridan did a really good job to get it back up to the front. Wilkie gonna try and not lose second place now. Michael Sheridan gets the job done here at Charlotte. He needed to do it. And Michael Sheridan, is your winner tonight.
Yeah, Eric Wilkie going to pull it in second. Matt Dixon will bring it home third. Stoudinger and Hanley behind that. And we kind of watched third place because it's a podium spot back there. And wanted to keep and see if that thing was going to be hotly contested or not. And it really never materialized. And at the front, Sheridan got a great restart. I just kind of got away from these guys. So we will get right in here. Get down here and get a good look at our third place driver. Let's grab Matt Dixon and put him in the waiting room. We'll get Eric Wilkie, and we will get Michael Sheridan as well. And
I'll let you do the honors of getting third and first.
Matt Dixon, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you. You got me?
I got you, buddy. Man, good run tonight for the 96 machine. A podium finish here. Man, tell us a little bit about that feature.
Man, that was a lot of fun. I got kind of lucky on the initial start. Just everything opened up for me and kept clicking off spots. But, man, it's almost an emotional experience here. I think this is my first top three in the series since 2017. I've run it at least a little bit every year since. So, awesome to get on the podium again.
Yeah, hadn't seen a ton of the 96 car, but, the last couple of times I've seen you in, you actually had pretty good runs. Tonight, you cap it off with a great podium, and no slouches in this field. I mean, you're in there with the Handleys and the Davises and the Wilkies, and that guy that is sitting up there at the front on the top step there. So a very big accomplishment. Are we going to see more of the 96 as we go through the window? I'm at the winter.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Getting off work an extra hour earlier, helps me get to the track better, and I'm just liking the cars a lot more since they've updated them. So hopefully going to be back around a lot more.
Well, that is good to hear. It's always good to see the 96 out here, man. Who's on the car helping you out before we let you celebrate a great run tonight?
Man, I just got kicked off my team, so it's really just me and a couple of my buddies. Sean Sheehan helps me out with setups a little bit. We kind of bounce ideas off of each other. Tyler LaPointe with Pro Grade Graphics did the paint. Want to thank everybody watching at home, especially my mom and dad. They watch pretty much every league race I have. All the league sponsors. It's been so long since I thought I was going to get a podium. I forgot what they were. I'm going to guess it's still Super Clean and Tim Sims. But if I miss everybody, I'm sorry. Thanks for everybody that helps out with the league.
All right, man. Thanks for being here, and look forward to seeing you back next week.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Matt Dixon, your third place finisher. Let's get Eric Wilkie in here, and we'll have Zach talk to Eric.
Indeed, we will. Your second place finisher tonight, Eric Wilkie. You got a copy?
Yeah, we're here.
Well, it was definitely an enthralling feature, to say the least, from your view. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I felt like the cautions definitely hurt me. They killed me. It seemed like every time I would get to second early on, there'd be a yellow, and then I have to go back to third. And then those last 10 laps, Sheridan and Ryan Scheidt, started sliding each other, and I was right there on the inside for the lead a couple times, and then we just had cautions, and then I just had really nothing for him in open track. I'm really bad on the top, so I was not going up there to try it.
Definitely, you almost get it done tonight. What do you think next week, last round linear? What do you think you need to do to get it done there?
Linear. I like linear, so just run the top and not put it in the wall. That's the plan.
Well, we hope to see you back here in the booth next week. Who do you got on the car this week that you need to give thanks to?
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully we'll be one spot better next week. But yeah, I just got to thank Wilkie's Auto Service, and then Handmade Motorsports, as well as Johnny Fall and Austin Semmelman, who hopefully is running pretty good at the pro race.
Well, if I saw it right, he finished, I think, fifth place in his heat, pretty stacked heat, so he's doing well. But once again, we want to congratulate you on your second place finish. Once again, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Hopefully we're up there in the points too. I've never looked at them, but maybe.
Well,
You
we know that you were
definitely
third coming
are.
into the night. You were a little ways
wake
out.
up.
This will help you quite a bit moving up.
Sounds good.
User
All right,
was
your
moved out of
second
your
place
channel.
finisher, Eric Wilkie. Now we will move on to tonight's winner. This is going to shake things up
User
quite a
was
bit
moved
in
to
the
your
points
channel.
with Straczynski having a bad night and finishing 22nd, and Sheridan finishing ahead of him in the heat race as well. A lot of points scored by the 15 car tonight. Michael Sheridan, you got a copy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was saying you've got you were down by about 12 coming in, and you scored about I want to say 6 or 7 more than your competitor in your heat race, and you pick up the win tonight, and he's going to finish dead last. So that ought to flip-flop things as we get ready to head into the season finale. Man, how was your race out there tonight? I know it took a while to get to the front.
Yeah, it's a little tricky at times. Heat race, I felt really good. I know when that caution came out towards the end there, and I had a really bad restart. One thing I tend to struggle with at times. Moody got too far out in front of me and couldn't make up the ground and just ran out of laps.
wake
After
up.
that, into the dash, car was just ridiculously tight. So I made some adjustments for the feature, kind of blindly, hoping that it would work out. And luckily, it felt good enough to stay up front for the most part and battle my way up there, I guess. And then I was luckily enough able to do that slider with Shite, but I almost walled it. It was really close. I had to lock it up, and I'm not sure what happened with him. But when I got back on the throttle, I was kind of out front, I believe. If not, Wilkie was next to me, but was able to get enough of a good run and just kept it going, and luckily stayed out front.
Well, another win for you in this season, and it seemed like you were struggling a little at the beginning of the season, and suddenly everything changed. A new build changed that for you, or did you finally figure out where you needed to be with these setups on these cars?
Yeah, I think we've started to figure some stuff out. I know when I've had some free time here and there, which is not much,
Wake up.
just doing a little bit of tinkering with things, and feel like I've gotten a pretty good grasp on some of the changes to make the car feel the way it feels comfortable for me. And then my teammates and I, we try to collaborate as much as we can and just try to help each other out. And what one guy might come up with that feels good for him, feels good for the rest of us, and we just kind of help pass along the information, and it just kind of helps to bounce ideas off the guys and makes a big difference. It's definitely a huge help.
Well, an awesome run tonight. I'm sure you got plenty of shout-outs and thank yous before we let you get out of here and start preparing for next week.
Yeah, thanks to all my teammates with the Brent Marks Racing Sim team, M&M Painting and Construction, Baps Auto Paints and Supply, Frederick Sprague Eagle Hotel, K1 Race Gear, Wicked Cushion Esports, Wicked Cushion, Wolf Run Landscapes, Mama's Pizza, Wellsville. Thanks to you guys with DSRL for putting this thing on, and Dirt Racing Network for broadcasting. And then to some of the league sponsors, Tim Sims, SKD, Edward, it's Edmund Trophy and Awards, Sign It Up, SSR. Yeah, thanks to all you guys, Racer Supply. Definitely helps out.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us, and let's see what you can do next week. Maybe back on the podium and wrap this thing up with another title.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Let's see what happens.
All right.
User
Michael
was moved out
Sheridan
of your
wins
channel.
tonight. He'll take over the points lead. Let's look at the race results. Like we said, Sheridan wins it. Wilkie was second and Dixon was third. Then Stoudinger coming home in fourth. Kevin Hanley was fifth. Tyler Wilson sixth. Jacob Schmutz seventh. Peyton Grease was eighth. Cody Kelly, good run for him inside the top 10. He comes home ninth. Tyler Tischendorf in his debut in the series has a top 10 run. Larry
Hey,
Moody
wake up.
was 11th. 12th went to Lauren Kelly in his debut tonight. Scott King 13th. John Fall was 14th. 15th to Cooper Wise. Ryan Scheidt, after a very good run early, ends up pretty tore up after a rough slider between himself and Stoudinger, I believe it was. And he's going to end up 16th. JP Schroeder in 17th. Kyle Schuett in his debut comes home 18th. Kevin Click was 19th. Nathan Davis, the lawnmower man, tough run for the 36. He comes home 20th. Casey Gus was 21st. And your points leader coming into the night did not have a great evening, and he will finish 22nd.
Hey, wake up.
And that will definitely shake the points up as we get ready to head for the season finale next week. And that's at Lanier. And that should make things pretty interesting as it is.
Definitely, to say the least. Looking at the points right now, and 118-point gap between your first place Michael Sheridan and second place Alex Jarzynski, and then 136 points to Eric Wilkie in third place. So a very good battle shaping up for the final round of the season so far.
Yeah, and when the drop week kicks in there, when these guys make it too, there are a lot of number of races. That could shake things up, and at the end of the night, we'll have to check the points and make sure. But, going in, Sheridan's the odds-on favorite to probably pick up the championship next week.
Definitely, it's going to be an interesting finale, to say at least. A lot on the line for these guys, and going to probably see some great moves and some great racing from these guys.
Well, another awesome night of racing in the books. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern. PRO Sidewinder Dirt Racing Series at 9 o'clock Eastern. I will be back with you for that. And then Wednesday night, Dominic Santina should be back in the booth for the Dirt Slingers Wednesday Night Warriors Big Block Modified Series. I believe they are at Lernerville. And Thursday, doubleheader night, Warhorse Racing, their Dirt Car Series, and then MassCar will be back. I will cover Warhorse, and Dominic has the MassCar guys. And we'll be back on Saturday night for the Winter 2021 410 Outlaw Series with the Dirt Slingers. Those guys following the Pro Series, giving their pro drivers who are racing tonight a chance to get some live action testing and tuning in, and there's a little bit of a good prize going up for grabs on that. We think we might have got that figured out today. We'll probably be announcing it at the instant that we know, but that is at 9:30 Eastern on Saturday evening, so that's your full week, 7 shows on the 6 nights. So tune back in. Zach gets in and out of the booth with us. I think you're back on Sunday when we go back to Hell's Corners, because we're at Fairbury with the late models, correct?
Correct. Back in the booth for the late models. Set to be a really good show.
All right, man. Well, a fantastic night of racing. Guys, we appreciate everybody tuning in. We know you can watch this stuff anywhere you choose to watch it here. We do appreciate that. If you're on Facebook, come by the Dirt Racing Network's Facebook page. Like, share, and follow. If you're over on YouTube or Twitch, hit that subscribe button. Before Zach Krieger, Dominic Santini.